enough of that. All right, let's listen to Popovich. Wait, should we? All right, cool. Pop.
Public cameras can't. They won't be able to get it unless you sit. Because nobody can hear it. They need to stuff like that and do it. No. You can do it on my microphone. Yes. Please.
Pop legit was just gonna stand up there.
I always do what you tell me anyway. Does this work if I stand right here? Oh, good. I don't feel like sitting down. Okay, fire away. Somebody else.
That's funny.
Somebody younger. Me too. Mikey, what do you got?
Sorry.
Pop, how was your summer, and especially going to Paris for the games?
Actually, Istanbul was more fun. I went there first before I went to Paris. I didn't do a whole lot in Paris. I just went to Victor's games, USA games, the bistro for lunch, and then dinner. That's all I did. But Istanbul was a lot more fun for about seven days.
Hey, Coach,
Okay.
can you talk about just what...
That was boring. That was a boring question. No offense, but that was a boring question, a boring answer.
Paul brings to this team and kind of what you expect from him on the floor?
There we go.
Well, you all can probably answer that yourselves. You've seen him play for many years. But more than anything, he's going to be a great mentor for our young guys. That if you think about the people who came in when Timmy and Manu and Tony were here, they had good examples to look up to who had been in the league a while, that sort of thing.
That is true. That is very true. Especially Duncan. Duncan has some really good leadership coming into the league, for sure. He had Avery Johnson. Avery was basically the leader of that team. And then obviously you had David Robinson.
It's important in a player's development. These guys, for the most part, haven't really had that. Even Victor, I mean, obviously he's super talented and that sort of thing, but he needs that also, just like everybody else who's young. So Chris and Harrison Barnes both provide that in spades. With their experiences, their work ethics, their professionalism, I can't even quantify how important that'll be for all the young players. So that's number one. Secondly, Chris, along with Harrison, they have high basketball IQ. I mean, they're going to make mistakes like every player, but in general, they're going to add a lot, decision-making and that sort of thing that helps a club win.
Oh, Pop excited. Pop real excited, y'all. You can tell. You can see it in his eyes. Pop is so locked in.
Yes, sir.
Just speaking more, Chris, he's someone that's talked high about you for years, and now getting the chance to work with him on a day-to-day basis. Just for you personally, how are you feeling about that process?
I've despised Chris for many years. It was difficult to play against him because he's not just the consummate competitor, but he is a clever player. His IQ is off the charts, and it was always difficult because he's thinking ahead of all of us coaches and does that in a winning way. So he's one of those guys you learn to hate to play against him, but at the same time you respect the hell out of him, and you're almost honored to be on the same court so you can watch him do his thing. So to have him...
Pop is geeking right now, y'all. Pop is absolutely geeking. He is so excited. He is like me right before Anime Con. He is so locked in.
Working in our family is pretty special. Sometimes I have to pinch myself to think about having the opportunity to watch him on a day-to-day basis because it's always been from afar.
Pop has always been this way, man. This is what makes him the GOAT, right? He looks at players and he doesn't necessarily see it as, oh yeah, I'm the authority over these players. Like, yes, he takes responsibility for the win-loss column. He takes responsibility for these guys learning, but at the same time, he can sit back and just appreciate their game. Like 2014 Spurs, they were so special because of Popovich as well, how he just kind of sat, especially at the end. You guys remember when we won the championship? When he just sat on the bench, he was like, I had nothing to do with it. Like, that amount of humility, that amount of humbleness is just huge, okay? It's contagious. Other players see their coach being a sponge and saying, hey, I'm here I can learn from players. And they're like, wow, you have that much respect for us. We can learn from you. We can learn from the coaching staff. We can learn from each other. I don't know. That's huge, man. He's like a kid in a candy store. Do we still say that? Kid in a gaming store.
Coach, you had a couple guys play international basketball this summer. What do you think that did playing in a FIBA setting for those guys overseas, and then also too, particularly Victor? How would you assess his play in the Olympics over the summer?
Victor was great. He improved steadily throughout the Olympics and ended up being very formidable. But for all the players over all these years that have played in FIBA and gone in the summertime, it's always a plus. It has been for our players and players on all the other teams without exception.
Yeah, no disrespect, but Vane in the chat, I mean, it's kind of true, right? He said true compared to Phil Jackson, who's a narcissist. For Phil Jackson, it's all about him. Phil Jackson, it is a lot about just Phil Jackson, right? Now, Phil Jackson was really great at managing egos. Right? That's what he was really great at, managing egos, getting them together to win. His schemes were really, good as well at that time. I mean, no one's trying to do it now. I don't see any triangle offense today, but he did a really great job for what he was. But you are true. You're right. I think Phil Jackson was really about Phil Jackson, and that's why he doesn't admire people like Popovich, and that's why he talks so much trash about the Spurs, saying, "Oh, it's a what did he say? He said it was a hyphen on our '99 win because it was a shortened season." Like, I don't know, certified hater, dude.
Paul, you spoke very highly.
Where are you? Yes, sir.
Paul, you spoke very highly about Stephon Castle. Suddenly, I was wondering, how have the plans changed for his utilization this season, especially in the beginning of the season now that Devin Sell's going to be on the shelf?
I have no idea. Maybe you guys caught that, but I'm sure Popovich's answer will understand. I hope Pop is okay that he has to walk around. Yeah, he's old.
I have no idea. I don't know who's going to start. I'm thinking Victor's going to start.
Easy. What do you mean he doesn't know who's going to? I'll tell you guys who's going to start, all right? Chris Paul is going to start. We know for a fact Devin Vassell is going to start when he gets back. Jeremy Sohan is going to start. Barnes is going to start. Wemby's going to start. Can we come on? The Pop Glaze. Pop is just pretty great. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Yeah, okay. I guess as far as that spot at shooting guard, we don't really know. We can go with Stephon Castle, but I wouldn't be surprised if you put Keldon in that spot, knowing that he lost 33 pounds and he has years under his belt. Hilarious answer by Pop. All right, let's go back one.
I don't know who's going to start. I'm thinking Victor's going to start because I'm really smart. After that, who the hell knows? We'll see. It's up to them. They'll show me. They'll tell me who's going to start.
Is that how that works? What does that mean? Can someone tell me what that means? What does that mean? Okay, Victor's going to start, and then they'll tell me. I mean, I don't think any player is going to come to Pop and say, Pop, I should start. But I guess them playing with each other, they need to prove themselves. I get that, but he said that they'll tell me. Does he just mean... I don't know. I don't understand. I guess what Pop is saying is we'll see, and they'll know who should start over whom. Look, even if it is up to the team, Chris Paul is going to be in there. Harrison Barnes is going to be in there. As far as who starts over there, I have no idea. But I do prefer Keldon Johnson coming in behind Harrison Barnes. I just think that looks better. I do not want Keldon as shooting guard. I don't think he'll make a great shooting guard, even with the lost weight. Stephon Castle has shown that he can play shooting guard, so I would put him in there. The ones who play the best will say it without words. Yeah, I guess we can interpret it that way.
What if I don't want to? Okay. Just want to make that clear.
Hey, Pop ready to
Hit me.
fight. Ready to throw hands.
Specifically, what did you see from him this summer? Physical growth, confidence-wise, everything that he gained from the success that he had this.
See, you ask me these questions, and then you give me the answers. You're like one of those commentators on TV. Does it drive you crazy? You're listening, they have a really good guest, but the person interviewing them goes on for like a minute and a half, And you just want to say, shut up and let them answer the question. They just go on and on and on. They want
He
everybody
answered
to know
it
how much
for
they
him.
know. So, yes, he increased his aggressiveness. See, you're interrupting me already. You're still doing it. You already asked me the question. Thank you, sir. His aggressiveness was the big thing. In physical.
I have no idea who we're talking. Guys, who are we talking about right now? Which player? Can chat tell me really quick? Look, I got you guys on low latency, so I can react to it pretty fast. Who are we talking about? Only way Castle starts though is if he's tanking for Cooper Flag. What? Which I think Pop Spurs are. They should definitely trade Devin before his stop drops. Eric, that was a terrible comment. Eric, that was terrible. Come on, man. That's a terrible comment. Can someone tell me who we're talking about here? All right, we'll just listen. Maybe we'll get some hints.
Physicality, the way you just mentioned, in all honesty. He's understanding what it takes, what he's going to get, and what he has to give back to counter that kind of thing. And FIBA is much more aggressive than the NBA. So it was a wonderful little petri dish for him, so
Okay, we're talking about Wemby.
to speak, to be able to have to do that every day and every game. And that's where he really rose as
Wait, are we talking about Sohan? Oh, we're talking about Wemby? Okay.
it went along. And secondly, I think you mentioned confidence, and again, you're correct. I think he scored 26 points against the USA team in the finals.
Okay,
That
we're
kind of
talking about
thing.
Wemby.
And it was kind of like a David Robinson thing where I didn't really know he had 26 points. You just kind of watch him play, but he did this and he did that.
Dude, yeah. Pop is right. I think I said that. I think a lot of us said that, right? Like, it was kind of weird because by the end of the game, I was like, okay, Wemby had like 12 or 14. I was like, he had 26? What the heck? Because it seemed like it started off where, he got some really impressive points in the first quarter, and then it felt like he died off, but I guess he didn't. It was like, wow, he's doing so many things on the court till, yeah.
He did a lot of different things. The game would end sometimes with David, and I'd say, what the hell did David do tonight? Say, Pop. They'd say 24 points, 12 rebounds, so and so and so and so. It was like that with Victor because he can do so many different things. So those two areas, he was great.
Super impressive.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying that's an experience with Harrison Lawrence on the team was there.
Yes.
What did you learn about him through that?
That's basically where I fell in love with him. He's one of those
Keep in mind, Harrison Barnes has always wanted to play for Pop, okay?
Avery Johnson kind of guys. He gets every ounce out of the ability that he has. And he's efficient. He's a leader. He's a great teammate. He just goes to the next play. Whether it was a turnover or makes a three, he's not impressed or depressed. He just goes on and plays. So I gained a great deal of respect for him and have been actually trying to figure out a way to get him here ever since.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry. I didn't know he was going to actually just say that. But yeah, Harrison Barnes has been wanting to be a Spur for a long time. So yeah, I know I've been saying that for weeks now, but hey, confirmed, right? Confirmed.
Yes, sir.
With Victor improving and the addition of Chris and Harrison, what are your expectations for the team and the walls and the playing?
Our expectations are the same as they've been from the first year I coached. We want to be the best possible team we can be. And that's individually as far as development goes, which has obviously been a big factor in the last couple of years, and then team-wise, how to play.
If Devin missing more than 30 games, trust me, Castle, his replacement, and we definitely shopping him next summer. Eric, you want to know who's the replacement? You want to know who's the replacement? Who's Castle's replacement? Or who's going to be replaced by Castle? Chris Paul. Chris Paul is going to be replaced by Stephon Castle, not Devin Vassell. Those two play completely two different games. Like, Devin Vassell is a shooting guard. Castle is a combo guard, but Castle is going to take Chris Paul's position. We can see him as a very good point guard. He's not going to take Devin Vassell's.
Play, what it takes to win, that sort of thing. So those are our goals. And they always have been. Even when we were a championship caliber team, we never said we're going to win this many games and this is what we want to do. It's never a point of discussion at all and never will be.
What are your expectations for the
I want everybody to get better. I have great expectations for every player, both individually and team-wise. That's, he said, well, what area do you want so-and-so to improve in? We want them to improve in all areas. It's not just somebody's got to rebound, or somebody's got to shoot, or somebody's got to block out better. Somebody's got to be a better assist person. We want everyone to improve in all the facets of the game. Yes, sir. I think it's pretty cool.
Chris Paul with Wemby? I don't know what this question is. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know either.
We haven't had any practices, and they haven't spent a lot of time together. They've been working out and that kind of thing, but I don't know what they do when they go to the locker room. Hopefully it's going well.
Coach, City Sissoko's been most of the last season in the league.
Pop is a scary person, right? I think he's like genuinely a good guy. Like, I don't say that just about any like coach, any player, any celebrity, whatever. I truly do. Over the years, from testimonials of other players, from his actions and his stances on things, I think Pop truly is a good person, but he is scary, dude. I could not imagine being an interviewer for Popovich because, like, there's days where he could be like pretty snappy or get pretty upset, right? Like he's not in the mood for it, and then he makes these jokes, and it's like, are you joking? Are you genuinely upset? Like, I don't know. I couldn't do it. I don't know. He is so on and off. He really is, dude. He's terrifying. I think in this environment it's fine, but after a game I wouldn't know what to do. I don't know.
He's somebody that I've been excited about since day one.
The multi-personality Pop is not cool though. Yeah, it's not like how he just kind of flips. Pop is just, he's so old. I don't know. He's just so old, dude. I don't know. I don't want to give him an excuse there. Like, I know that there's bias here because I truly do like Pop, like as a person, but yeah, you're right. It's not cool.
Look at his body, and then you observe his athletic abilities. It's pretty impressive. So with CD, it's a matter of maturation, forming habits, being consistent, and growing in that regard, because it's all there to be a very important player in the program.
See, and that's how I agree. I agree with that too. I think a lot of you guys not that bought in on City Sissoko, which, I mean, there's really nothing right now that I could like point to say, oh yeah, this is what he can do right now. I personally don't think City Sissoko is NBA ready. I think that he still needs a little bit more work, some more reps, and I'm going to give him obviously a huge benefit of the doubt, and I'm also going to give him some patience because I think he deserves that. But I'm giving him that mostly because he lost a lot of weight recently, so that's something he's getting used to, and just the type of player he's going to be. He has very high basketball IQ, but he's raw, and those type of guys take time, and it's not like he's a lottery pick, right? I mean, he's not like, where did City Sissoko land in the draft, guys? I'll let the chat tell me. If you don't figure it out in a couple minutes, I'll just look it up. I'm pretty sure it was like late second round, mid second round. I don't recall.
So we'll see how he progresses.
One more question about Vincent Collet, former international.
Sure.
He said that recently he would love to coach in the NBA one day, and he would love to be here. So I don't know if you would want me. Is that something
You mean to fire one of my assistants?
No.
Oh.
Late second round.
Is that something you talk about him?
Coach Collet is a good friend. He's a great coach. And he's like many coaches in Europe. I mean, you don't have to be an American to coach an NBA team. It seems that's the way it is.
I don't think Castle did media day.
Reality, but it's sort of a
Yeah,
unintended prejudice, just like it used to be with players. Those guys can't play here. They won't adjust
44th,
culturally.
okay.
They
He's
don't
a
play
44th
defense or
overall
whatever it
pick.
was. And then we all started bringing them over, and people realized that was baloney. And it's the same with the coaches. There's a bunch of coaches over there that could be doing as good or better job than we're doing. So Coach Collet is definitely in that category.
Huh? If Castle was point guard, we would have cut Blake or Trey. Put him in faster. Why would we have cut Blake or Trey if he was the point? That's not necessary. Castle was the best player available. All right, that's first and foremost. You're still trying to figure out who's going to be your point guard. Trey Jones, at the end of the day, is a backup point guard. Blake Wesley even isn't even much of a point guard, to be honest with you. I don't think he's that great of a point guard. I think Blake could potentially be a two-way player, and defense is what mainly kept him in the game. Playmaking didn't. So yeah, I don't know. You're still evaluating, man. It's not like you're just gonna cut Blake and Trey right off the bat. But yeah, no, I don't really understand that. Yeah, I don't know what you're getting at with that, especially since we know Chris Paul's gonna be gone soon. So.
Yes. Right.
Oh, that's Carolina T. Oh gosh, hold on. I hope he's not mean to her. Let's listen to what she has to say.
Yes. Right. Work your ass off in rehab. Great. Does everybody know that? Devin's out? That's out there somewhere? Okay.
We talked to Chris after he signed.
He answered that one fast. He gives it a short. Yeah, that was pretty short. I mean, there's really not much he could say to it, I guess.
He's not here just on the tour. He really didn't. You sort of respect that, and can that be a big deal by itself, just to lead by example, just to be here to win?
Well, I think the best way to answer that is when he I remember when I first spoke with he and Harrison during the summer. We were, I don't know, maybe it was a summer league. I'm not sure, but we were all in the same place, so we got to talk. And you wanted to know, Pop, what do you expect from me? What do you want me to do? How do you want me to play? That kind of thing. And I was very simplistic. I just said, be Chris Paul. That's all I want to do. I want him to be Chris Paul and play like he's always played. I probably won't coach him a lick. I'll just try to infuse what our strategy is and how we play and what we're looking to do and that kind of thing. Give him as much.
This is NBA coaching, ladies and friends. Ladies and friends? Why did I say it like that? Ladies can be friends as well. This is coaching. I think a lot of people think that that Popovich is like this dictator over basketball and you have to do these things specific way and he's going to hold this player back. He's not. He sees how everyone plays and then he, plays on the strengths of the team. He always does that. Sometimes he can put you in uncomfortable situations to make you a better player, but for the most part, he tries to see, are ladies not your friends? They are. Everyone's my friend. What are we talking about? Moving on.
As much information as I can, but he's going to play and be Chris Paul.
You guys say Zach Collins to be ready to go for the start of camp?
Zach and Charles will be ready to start training camp. And as you all know, obviously Devin's not. And I think that's it. I think everybody else is ready, right, Don? I think.
What I understand, I think Devin, early November should be, unless the expectation is
I don't know. When somebody's out, they're out. And we concentrate on who's in.
Yeah, you can't think too much about that.
And then I walk in the training room every day and say, how's it going in here? That kind of thing. So until they tell me he's ready to go, I don't try to think it's going to be here, it's going to be there. Let's go. Sit. Okay. Have a great year. Good to be back.
All right, good stuff. Great stuff. Am I the only one that feels like Wemby looks different? Shoot, man. I don't know. Let's see. Looks different. He looks slightly bigger. Like he definitely has more definition. Right? And this is without the blood pumping and all. And yeah, he looks bigger. Shoulders look a little bit broader. We know that he gained 5 pounds. So maybe that's that. Matt Bassey, girlfriend, she said he's super ready for the season. I bet he is. I bet he is ready. All right. That was good stuff. No, they said 25. Not 5? What are you saying? No, oh, no. Guys. Wemby did not gain 25 pounds. They're wrong. He was listed last season during media day. He was listed at 230. Now he's at 235. I know that they said that it was 210. It was not 210. He was 230 and now he's 235. So he gained 5 pounds, not 25. They were just wrong. That came, I think that came from NBA's website. You sure? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Let's see. Trying to see what all the stuff we got here. Yeah, here we go. Even Ty Yeager posted it. So Spurs weight changes from 2023 to 2024. Wemby 230 to 235. Yeah, he didn't gain. Oh, well, you know what? I was wrong about Keldon. I think earlier I said Keldon lost 33. No, lost 10. He looks like he lost 33. 210 was Bull. Yeah, he was never 210. Or maybe he was 210 years ago. I don't know. He should go to 240, 245, and that's it. Yeah. 240, 230, 245 is probably good for him. Sohan went up a lot. 10 whole pounds. Sell went up a little bit. Mama went down a little bit. At this point, when you're like within 5 pounds, I can't even tell if that's on purpose or not. I don't know. It's like you're just around that, you know? Let's see. Malachi went up 10. See, that's on purpose. Collins remained as 240. Wesley remained as 190. Anything over 250 is going to worry me. Yeah, don't get it 250. Don't even touch that. Good stuff. Great stuff, actually.